Well, let's get a quick handle on what's happening in the world of commodities as well. There's been a lot of volatility there. Crude has been under pressure. Manisha Gupta is here. Manisha, what's the one commodity you're tracking today?
Well, I'm looking at the metal space because all of the metals have started on a positive note right now. And this is after China has stayed pat on its policy on expected lines there. So we have seen keeping interest rates unchanged by China at around 2.5%. What they already have done, though, is that they have launched a fresh injection of Chinese yuan, 0.9 trillion. And that is what really seems to be impacting right now. So whether it is about Chinese equity markets or commodities, they are doing in the positive right now. China actually has been injecting huge quantities for the last 6 months itself. When you look at the month of November and December too, we've seen more than a trillion Chinese yuan being injected in November and in December as well. So January, the first tranche seems to have come. We could be looking at higher numbers going forward as the street is anticipating. Also, when you look at the copper in global markets, there are more and more numbers coming in now on what is that we saw in sense of production and consumption in 2023 and expectations for 24. So the production has gone up by 4.8% in 2023. The International Copper Study Group also says that they are looking at higher output in this current year as well, up by nearly 3.7% on an year-on-year basis. Also, when you look at the Chinese refined metal output in sense of copper, that is estimated to be in surplus in 2024. We have seen a record number of that in 2023 already there. Now, when you look at various producing countries like Indonesia, India, Chile, Congo, the expectations are that you could be looking at higher production because the smelting capacities in many of these countries has been increasing in the last couple of years there. The global demand growth numbers, well, when you look at that for this year is slightly lower than production at around 2.7%. So while we are looking at production at 2.7, consumption is production at 3.7, consumption is seen at 2.7%. So that is what can continue to put pressure in case of the copper prices. This is what we have done in sense of inventories. In the month of July, it was 55,000 tons. In month of December, the inventories had grown up almost double to 180,000 tons. So that tells you that on ground demand is still slightly on the weaker side as far as copper is concerned. Is the reason we have started this year slightly in the negative, down by nearly 1.5% in this year. Last year was flat. We just about closed up 1.5%. And this is after a negative return that we saw in 2022 as well. So when you look at the last couple of years, especially after those very strong gains in 20 and 21, it clearly has been consolidation to even declines that we've seen in case of metal prices.
Manisha, thanks very much for that.